It's the last day of February, the 15th snowiest winter in Lubbock. So I think I'm gonna make some chicken soup. Oh, chicken soup. Wait, not chicken soup like this. Like this. Real chicken soup with real chicken. That's this time on So what do I put in my chicken soup? Well, obviously chicken. Yes, that's a whole chicken. Only cost me $4. It's one of the best deals at my supermarket. Then, gotta have my split peas. Corn, navy beans, and some diced tomatoes. Cilantro, of course. Celery, some potatoes, a bell pepper, carrots, an onion, and then to garnish on top of it with avocado, and I have some cheese. What am I going to cook it in, you say? Could do it in my Hamilton Beach slow cooker, but I'm not about the slow cooking tonight. Tonight I'm about pressure cooking. Yes, this is my electric pressure cooker by Cuisinart. Only takes about 18 minutes of pressure cooked to cook everything. So you would think that would mean in 18 minutes I have food. Then no, it doesn't work that way. First, you have to sear the chicken. You want to get some taste built into it, so you want to, burn the sides of it or burn the skin of it and stuff. Luckily for me, my pressure cooker has that. It calls it browning, but you stick it in there before anything else, put it on browning, and it actually heats up the whole pan and browns the chicken in the pan. That way you get all that good fond to come off into your soup. Then you can't cook everything at the same time, because at 18 minutes under pressure, all this stuff and this and this and especially the potatoes and carrots just turn to mush. So you have to cook this by itself for 9 minutes. Then you have to release it. Well, it takes about 25 minutes for it to get up to pressure to start cooking for that original 9 minutes. And then afterwards, it takes about 5 minutes to release all the pressure to be able to open it up to put the rest of this stuff in there. Then it takes about 15 minutes to get it back up to pressure, cook for another 9 minutes, and about 5 minutes to cool off. So, yeah, well, and then there's the prep work. You gotta chop the celery and the carrots and the onion and potatoes, open the cans. So in all, it takes about 3 days to cook it, and in 3 days the snow will be gone, and I won't want any chicken soup then. But luckily it freezes well. The first thing you want to do to the chicken is put some oil on it. I'm going to use avocado oil. The oil helps the heat get into the skin and make it all crisp up while you're browning it. I'm also going to put a little bit of salt on it to help it start pulling out the moisture and stuff from the skin to really flavor the soup. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Spray this sucker down and stick it in the thing to brown. Well, this seemed like a really cool gadget when I bought it. It's a pump. Comes and you put whatever you want in it, and you can pump it up. It aerosolizes it, so you can spray stuff. But unfortunately, it just sort of spits and doesn't work right. But I bought it, so I use it. Can you see it, my nose? As you might be able to see, I've got this set on browning. Fixing to put the chicken in there. Came and ran into a little complication. This sucker's still frozen on the inside, so I can't pull out the neck and all that stuff. But that still flavors soup pretty good too, so I'm not too worried about it. Let's see if we get that nice little sizzle when I put this in. Gentle, aren't I? After getting some color on it on all four sides, it's now time to pressure cook it for its first 9 minutes. Never put anything in a pressure cooker without some kind of liquid in it as well. So I'm putting in 2 cups of chicken. 2 cups of chicken broth. Just makes it more chickeny. Now it's time to set it up for the first cooking. Go menu, low pressure, high pressure, time, 9 minutes, and push start. That little blinking red light there means that it's building up pressure, and once it stops blinking, that means it's at pressure and it will start cooking for that 9 minutes. You gotta check and make sure that this is closed, which it is, so it'll actually hold the pressure in. This is how you will release the pressure later if you want to do it unnaturally, which I always do. I don't ever want to wait the 30 minutes for it to naturally cool off. So you'll be getting to see that in a little bit. Sauteing some onions and some garlic up, put in as that beeps that it's done through its first 9 minutes. Okay, first 9 minutes is done. It's time to put everything else in. Everybody into the pool. Okay, as I said, everybody into the pool. That's a ½ cup of split peas. A whole can and its liquid of the diced tomatoes. I like the taste that that brings with it. A drained can of navy beans. And a drained can of corn. Now everything else. Barely fit. So once again, you see the little blinking light set to 9 minutes on high pressure. This one's going to take a little longer to get up to pressure since all that stuff's in there. Okay, there's the signal that it's done. So now comes this noisy part. This will take a while. In a little bit you'll hear a click. That means we can open it up and look. Click. Okay. Now we can open it up away from us. The steam don't burn us. And see what it looks like. I remembered after I'd started it last time that I hadn't put the cilantro in, so before it built up any pressure I threw the cilantro in. Let's look at this carrot after only 8 minutes in the pressure cooker. Pork goes in easy, comes out easy. Still tastes like a carrot. Has a little bit of resistance to being eaten. That's perfect. You can see the potatoes are falling apart. That's exactly what they're supposed to be like. But I'll have to pull out the chicken and debone it so I can put some chicken back into this. Basically I take out the whole chicken and then just put back in the dark meat from the legs, the wings, and the, well, the wings are white meat. Put back in the meat from the legs, the wings, and the thighs. That's just half the meat from one side of the chicken. And I leave the breast for doing something later, like sandwiches or just eating on their own. And then this is ready. There you go. Bit some Parmesan cheese and put on top of that with my cut up avocado, and that's my supper. Only really took about 45-50 minutes, and a lot of that extra time you can cut up everything, the cilantro and everything, while the first 9 minutes is being cooked in that. So it actually goes by pretty quick, and it makes the best chicken soup I've ever had. But then again, I'm a little biased. Well, that's it for this edition of The Gadget Gardener.